also an adjunct associate professor of internal medicine at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas. JC received his Bachelor's of Science in Electrical Engineering from National Taiwan University and his doctorate in Electrical Engineering from an institution I like very much, the California Institute of Technology. This is also, I'm also a graduate from Caltech. So. But I didn't know JC when he was at Caltech. So he and I want you to know there is no relation between the decision was there is no preferential treatment here. I think you worked, JC, with Professor Rutledge, who was chair of the Division of Engineering and Applied Science at FDF. So JC served as research scientist in the optical networking and testbed group at Belcor, now called Telcordia. And he was also an assistant professor of electrical engineering at the University of Hawaii, Manoa. He was a visiting professor at Tohoku University in Riken, in Japan. And he was a product line manager and senior technology advisor at Coram Technologies. He joined UT Arlington in 2002. And JC has published and edited numerous peer-reviewed papers and proceedings. He holds several awards and patents in MEMS, macro, electromechanical systems, and I'm a civil engineer, and I need to practice my acronyms. He has also patents in liquid crystals and medical devices. He has chaired international conferences. He has co-founded the American Academy of Nanomedicines. He served on editorial boards of the Journal of Nanomedicine, Nanotechnology, Biology, and Medicine, and served as Associate Director for the Journal of Nanotechnology in Engineering and Medicine. JC has been recognized numerous times, and he received, in particular last year, the this famous award, the prestigious Edith and Peter O'Donnell Award in Engineering. So, congratulations, JC. So JC current research focuses on utilizing MEMS techniques and telemetrics electronics in the development of miniature implantable sensors and devices to monitor physiological parameters for diagnostic and provide therapeutic treatment in clinical application for conditions such as gastroesophageal. JC, you have to help me here. Gastroesophageal. How do you say that? Gastroesophageal. Okay, thank you. This is not engineering terms, I want you to know. And neural disorders and novel assay to assess the potential risk of developing metastasis in cancer patients. So I'm very, very proud personally of JC. Really, JC is one of our stars in the college, and it's really, I think, this endowed professorship is, I think, a little token, or actually a good token of our appreciation. So but I want you to know that I had basically nothing to do with this professorship, and I think I should bring to the podium now the man who actually been responsible, partially responsible, or fully responsible, I don't know. He's going to tell us how it happened. Dr. Armanius, who was interim dean of the college before I joined on January 2nd. Dr. Armanius.
Thank JP for giving such an eloquent background for Tracy. I would like to acknowledge here a group of people that made this recognition happen. And let me start with you, JC. JP, all kind of terms. JP, JC. Was a great tradition. Yes. The one thing, let me give you my personal take on the people I'm going to be introducing. JC. It takes you, when you meet with him, a passion. He has a passion, and you would guess perhaps that the passion is for research. Well, that comes in second. The passion is for the people he does research with, his students. For, in my view, the main reason that we engage in research in university is the impact of the research on education. We're not going to take that journey of discovery alone. We take it with students. And as we go through valleys in that journey, many valleys, few peaks, we do age and then mature. We look forward to milestones. And the major milestone is when the traditional road got reversed. We sit and listen to the students, listen to their presentation, all the way to the fact that there come a day where they're going to talk about, and we learn from them from what used to be a hypothesis, and it became a thesis that they defend. So JC has a tremendous passion for his students. And Mimi has been working with him and shared some outstanding work of your most recent student, Jena Aisu. I mean, man, you're so passionate about it. Okay, I'm proud of what she accomplished. If there is one constant in research in academia, it's not the technical achievement, but the impact that we make on the life of students. They go, grow, their mind grows, and they become the economic agent for their family and for this nation. Let me bring out, another group of people that were instrumental in making this recognition happen, and that's our leadership. Provost Ron Erzenbanger, before him, Provost Don Bobbitt, President Jim Spagnolo. In my book, Leadership is about gauging talent, about formulating a plan or a vision and allocating resources for letting that talent grow, and then taking action to retain that talent. Well, this past semester, there was an initiative that was made, and this was the result of this. We will be constantly gauged by the company we keep. We'll be judged by the company we keep. And great institutions take to heart to recognize and acknowledge the talent of their members. And they command, by doing that, the respect of the peers. Let me pass on and acknowledge JP. You had complete faith in our decision making, and by faith, it's believing before any guarantee. Thank you for doing that. I would like to acknowledge Mike. Mike has served in our development board, in our engineering advisory board, but I got a chance to meet with him personally, and he is a leader in his own merit. And let me share with you some personal experience and conversation. First of all, I'm impressed. I mean, his wisdom is great. In 1969, he graduated from mechanical engineering. So that speaks volume. But he has been a leader and a manager, and he has challenged the notion that managers sometimes say or tell that if you were to put your workers under pressure, uncertainty, or sometimes fear, it works better. He dispelled that. You put people under pressure and often you get coal rather than diamonds. He has developed in his career a management style that brings about small wins and excite joy and creativity in his work. So, thank you, Mike, for sharing your time and talent as member of the advisory board in development and engineering, and for sharing your treasure through this endowed professorship. Thank you, Janet. Well, to our leadership, the president, we can have great vision, but vision without resources is hallucination. So thank you for keeping us safe. And to JC, we're judged every day by the company we keep. Well, you're a great company to be with. Dr.Chiao, Janet, and Mike Greene, endowed professors. To share with us some words.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm very proud to be here today to honor JC. I'm R.E. But I knew when JC joined us so many years ago, I don't remember exactly when, 10 years ago? Oh my. I knew there was something special was going to happen. You know, here's an individual who, quite honestly, even today, if you were to ask me, what department is he in? I don't think I would be able to tell you. He just seems to be everywhere and working with everyone on really critical and important problems. And that's what just strikes me about JC. He looks at what are the important issues in our society from a medical perspective in particular, and says and gets passionate about trying to help solve them. Well, what's truly special in my mind about JC is it isn't just about him. And he doesn't think just about him. He thinks much more broadly. When he thinks of these problems, he looks at all the individuals that are around him. And he just has a very unique character and capability of getting people excited, his colleagues and his students. And that's one of the reasons why I think he's so successful. It's not just because of him, but because of all the people that he can excite, mentor, coach, that are around him. He does so much with our young faculty. He helps mentor them and get them excited about what they're doing, their own careers, and helps them come up, obviously, through the ranks and build their own reputations. This, to me, is truly an outstanding characteristic of J.C.Chiao. And I'll also tell you that I couldn't have been any more proud. In fact, I felt like I was the one who was really being somewhat honored by being able to stand up at the Tamist Award last year and introduce J.C.Chiao as the recipient of the Edith and Peter O'Donnell Award at that very, very prestigious event. And it was just an unbelievable event, and it was just so heartwarming, I think, not just to me, but all of us at UT Arlington, to have someone who's recognized in that academy. And JC, I want to thank you for that. And we even we got another call out this year at the academy. They asked all of the previous award winners to stand up and be recognized, and JC was there. And it's just amazing. It just gives us such a warm feeling for them to be able to say J.C.Chiao, University of Texas at Arlington, previous award winner. And all the other institutions, UT Southwestern, Austin, and MD Anderson, and Baylor were the only other names, institutions mentioned at that event. So it really, you've done us proud. We are really very, very grateful that you're here and that you're doing all the things that you're doing. And we so much appreciate the Janet and Mike Greene endowed professorship being established and you being appointed to it. It's a crowning achievement for this point